let's put some doors on this thing. I'm gonna open up my wall cabinet doors model. You can open up your box model or anything you've got. So what I want to do is I want to go to my left elevation. Now I'm going to right click on this reference plane and I'm going to create similar. On my draw panel, I'm going to click on pick lines. I'm going to give it an offset of 1 inch. I'm going to offset it to the left. Now I'm going to click on align dimension. I'm going to pick from here to here. I'm going to pick off of it over here. I'm going to select my 1 inch dimension. I'm going to hit my label drop down. I'm going to add parameter. My name will be overall or depth. Type parameter and click OK. I'm going to select it. And I'm going to click to name it. I'm going to call it door face. I'm going to hit enter. Now let's go to our placement side. I'm going to change my visual style to hidden line. Now I'm going to make some parameters. Let's click on family types. The first one I want to do is click on new parameter. So my name will be vertical door reveal. I'm going to group the parameter under graphics. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to make that 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to click on new parameter. I'm going to call it top door reveal. I want to group that dimension under graphics. Hit OK. Let's make another one. Call it bottom door reveal. Group it under graphics. I'm going to click OK. For my top door reveal, I'm going to make it 1/4 of an inch. But my bottom door reveal, I'm going to keep it at 0 on purpose, because this is going to wind up being a formula. I'm going to click on new parameter. I'm going to call this valence size. I'm going to keep it as a type of parameter, and I'm going to group it with the other guys under graphics. Click OK. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to move it up. I'm going to click new. I'm going to call it valence. This one now is going to be a yes/no parameter, and I am going to group it under general. I'm going to click OK. Now my valence size is going to equal something. First thing I want to do is my valence size, I want to make 3 inches. But my bottom door reveal is where I'm going to have a formula. It's going to be if statement. I'm going to type if, open parenthesis, valence, comma, valence size. If not, which is a comma, 0. I'm going to close parenthesis. I'm going to hit enter. Now let's see, uncheck valence, 0, check it, 3. Perfect. So my bottom door reveal is going to be 3 inches. Let's keep it on this for now. Let's click OK. Now I want to go to create, extrusion. For my work plane, I want to click on set, and that's going to be door face. Click OK. Now let's create some reference planes. So I'm going to go to create, ref plane. My offset's going to be 1/8 of an inch all the way around. We'll change it later. On your drop panel, click on pick lines. I'm going to go in, down, and it's going to be in on this side. Perfect. Now I'm going to dimension it from strong to weak. Dimension this one from strong to weak. I don't have a top one, so I'm going to go to create, reference plane, pick lines, 1/4 of an inch. Now I'll set this down. Now I'm going to dimension it, strong to weak. I'm going to select both of my 1/8 inch dimensions. I'm going to add vertical door reveal. It's 1/4 inch. I'm going to select it, add my label to top door reveal. And guess what this one's going to be? Make sure we don't have a dimension. We don't. I'm going to go strong to weak. I'm going to select this dimension. My label here is going to be bottom door reveal. Escape. Now let's make our extrusion. Now let's go to modify, create extrusion. On the draw panel, let's click pick lines. Let's make sure they're locked. And we are going to go right around picking the reference planes. We might have a problem on the bottom one, but that's fine. I'm going to type TR for trim. I'm going to trim these out. Now let's deal with our middle. I want a gap here. There's going to be 2 doors. So I'm going to go to Create, Reference Plane. On my drop panel, I'm going to click Pick Lines. My offset will be 1/16 of an inch. Very small increments. Zoom way in. I'm going to go to my left, to my right. I'm going to click on Dimension. I'm going to come up some out of the way. Pick a point here, here, here. Let's move this up here. I'm going to equally constrain. Now I'm going to pick here and here. Select my 1/8 dimension. That's going to be one of my vertical door reveals. Well, my extrusion end is going to be 3/4. My material, I'm going to click on my little Associate Category Parameter button. I'm going to click on New Parameter, call it Door Material. I'll make that an instance parameter. I'll click OK. I'm going to click Finish Edit Mode. So I'm going to select my door itself, click Edit Extrusion. Now I'm going to click on the Pick Lines button. I'm going to go here to here. I'm going to type SL for split. I'm going to hit my tab key, make sure I'm tabbed onto that horizontal line. Type TR for trim. We're good. But what I like to do, I'm going to type AL for align. I'm going to pick this horizontal line, pick my door, lock it. Pick my horizontal line again. That one seems fine. Sometimes you lose associativity. I come down and do the same at the bottom. Type SL for split. Tab onto that bottom line. Tab onto it again. Type TR for trim. I'm going to type AL for align. I'm going to select that reference plane. Select that. See, it became disassociated. So if I select this, you'll see that would have been fine. Click on Finish Edit Mode. Let's go to our left elevation. Everything looks right. Let's test it in a model. Let's go to New, Project. Now I'm going to go with Architectural Template, and I'm going to click OK. Draw me a little wall in here. Hit Control Tab. Click Load into Project. Let's slap it on that wall. Go to 3D View. Let's flex it. Select the cabinet. Let's click on Edit Type. I want to scroll down. Now I want to uncheck Valance. Let's make the width 2 feet, the height 2 feet. Click Apply. Click OK. Sweet, we got ourselves a wall cabinet. Okay, I want to put some 96mm brushed aluminum wire pulls on this cabinet face. To get started, I'll jump into wall cabinet hardware, or you can keep going with the cabinet you have. I'm going to go to my purple R dropdown. I'm going to go to New. I'm going to go to Family. I'm going to scroll down till I find Generic Model Face-Based. I'm going to click Open. Now, I'm going to go to my front elevation. I'm going to right-click on this reference plane, and I'm going to create similar. On my drop panel, I'm going to click on my Pick Lines button. I'm going to give it an offset of 1 inch. I'm going to offset this straight up an inch. Hit Escape a couple times. Now I'm going to dimension it. Click Align Dimension. Strong to weak. Select your 1 inch dimension. Let's add a parameter to that. I'm going to call it Depth. I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to right-click on this reference plane and create Similar. Draw. I'm going to click on Pick Lines. Offset's going to be 4 inches. I'm going to go to the left. I'm going to go to the right. Hit Escape. I'm going to click my Align Dimension button. I'm going to go from here to here to here. I'm going to pick a point here. Make sure you click on EQ. Now let's do our overall dimension from here to here. Pick a point right here. Hit Escape. Select your dimension. Let's add a parameter. We're going to call it length. I'm going to click OK. Now let's create a sweep. I'm going to zoom into here. I'm going to go to Create, Sweep. I'm going to click on Sketch Path. On my drop panel, I'm going to pick lines. I'm going to make sure our lock toggle is turned on. I'm going to pick a point here, here, and then here. Hit Escape. On the Modify panel, click on the Trim Extend Multiple Elements button. Select this bottom line, and remember to select the lines you want to keep and escape. Now on the Draw panel, click on Fillet Arc. Let's click on Radius. Let's give it a 1/2 inch radius. I'm going to go from here to here, and from here to here, and hit Escape. Okay, now let's go to 3D view. Zoom into here. Click on Finish Edit Mode. Now let's click on Edit Profile. On the Draw panel, let's click on the circle button. Let's click on Radius. Let's make that radius be 1/8 of an inch. It's a 1/4 inch wire pull. Zoom in here, and I'm going to pick that and hit Escape. I'm going to click Finish Edit Mode. I'm going to finish again, and there it is. But it's still selected. I'm going to go into my material. I'm going to click on the Builder button here. I'm going to type in Brushed. I'm going to grab Bronze Architectural just because it looks cool. I'm going to double click on this. Make sure we have Bronze Architectural. Apply. Click OK. Hit Escape a few times. Let's save it. Click the Save button. I'm going to browse where I'm keeping my exercise files. I'm going to call this 96mm wire pull. It's a common term. Click on Options. Make sure there's just one maximum backup. Click OK. Click Save. Now let's load this into our project. And it's backwards and weird looking, but that's fine. Let's hit Escape a couple times. Let's go to our placement side. What I want to do is I want to add some reference planes. So I'm going to right click. So I'm going to go to Create Reference Plane. Now I'm going to offset 4 inches. I'm going to offset that up by using my pick lines on my Draw panel. Going up 4 inches. I'm going to dimension it, but I'm not going to bother putting a parameter on it. I'm just going to select it and I'm going to lock it. I'm going to do the same here too. I'm going to go to Create Reference Planes. On my Draw panel, I'll click my pick lines, and I'm going to go 2 inches. I'm going to go to the left and then to the right. I'm going to hit Escape a couple of times, and I'm going to equally constrain these 3 reference planes. Now I'm going to put an overall dimension in. Of 4 inches, I'm going to select it and I'm going to lock it. Okay, now this could get tricky. So I'm going to go to Create. I'm going to click on Component. Hit my spacebar once so I can flip it up into the right orientation. I'm going to pick a point like right about here. It's in the wrong direction. I'm going to select this pull. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Edit Type. And my length only wants to be 4 inches. Click Apply. Click OK. But it's also in the wrong orientation. So I'm going to click on this little double flip work plane. I'm going to go to 3D view just to make sure it's in the right spot. Now it is. I'm going to hit Control Tab. Now I'm going to align and lock it. I'm going to type AL for align. I'm going to select my horizontal reference plane, select my pull, I'm going to lock it. Select my vertical reference plane, select my pull, and I'm going to lock it. Now I'm going to hit Escape. We can mirror it now. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to type MM for mirror. I'm going to pick this reference plane. Now we have to align and lock it again though. So type AL for align it vertically, align it horizontally. Let's go to 3D view. Not bad. Let's set our visual style to realistic. Some nice looking pulls. One thing I'd like to do to flex this though is let's test the depth. So I'm going to click on Family Types. And for my depth, let's just go 1'2". Click OK. It worked. Nice gray wall cabinet. Some nice brush chrome wire pulls on it. One more thing that I'd like to do, however, is let's select both of our pulls. Let's go to Visibility Settings. And I don't want to see them in coarse or medium, only in fine. So I'll click OK. Hit Escape. Let's test it in a project. Let's go to the New Project. Architectural Template. Click Open. Draw a little tiny wall. Hit Control Tab. Load it into Project. Make sure it's Project 1. Okay? Zoom in. Put it right there. Let's set our detail level to 5. There's our pulls. Let's go to 3D view. Can't see them. Why is that? Looks like detail level's not set for fine. Good job. You got some more pulls on there. Alright, I want to add some hinges. The problem is I don't want to add real hinges. because of the fact that suppose we're doing a hospital and we had 1,000 of these cabinets. Do you want to have 4 hinges per cabinet times 1,000? I don't think so. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make hinges, but they're gonna be linear. They're still gonna be smart and they're still gonna be parametric. So I'm gonna open up my wall cabinet hinges model, or you can just open up whatever model you've been working away in. I'm gonna go to my purple R drop down. I'm gonna go to new. I'm gonna go to family. Go to my favorite generic model face based. I'm gonna hit open. Now I'm still gonna use reference plane, so I'm gonna right click on this reference plane. I'm gonna create similar. On my job panel, I'm gonna click on pick lines. I'm gonna offset a quarter of an inch. I'm gonna go to the left a quarter of an inch. I'm gonna increase my scale by a lot. Let's go to 3 inches equals a foot. I'm gonna zoom in here now. I'm gonna click on align dimension. I'm gonna go from my strong to my weak reference. Select my quarter inch. I'm gonna put it on a label. And I'm gonna call it door offset. Type the parameter. I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna right click here now. I'm gonna create similar. I'm gonna pick lines. I'm gonna offset 3 inches. I'm gonna go back 3 inches. I'm gonna go align dimension, strong to weak. Select my 3-inch dimension. I'm gonna add a parameter. I'm gonna call it hinge back. I'm gonna hit OK. Now I'm just gonna start drawing some lines. I'm gonna go to create. I'm gonna go to model line, but when I hover over it, see how it says LI? It used to type in LI. So I'm gonna go to model line. Now I'm gonna come up a quarter of an inch. I'm gonna come into here. I'm gonna come up another quarter inch. I'm gonna come back about a half inch. I'm gonna go up a half inch, and a quarter inch, down a half inch. I'm gonna come all the way back to here. I'm gonna type LI for line. I'm gonna use my pick lines button. I'm gonna offset a quarter inch. I'm gonna go to the left and to the right. I'm gonna go to a half inch. I'm gonna go up. Now before I get too carried away, I'm gonna start to fill some edges out. I'm gonna type LI for line, fill arc, radius, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. I'm gonna go here to here. And get rid of any excess lines, like that one. Now I'm gonna pick a window around all of these lines like this. I'm gonna type MM from here. I'm gonna type TR for trim. I'm gonna trim these two out. Then I'll type LI for line. This one's gonna be a circle. I'm gonna click on circle. The radius will be 1/8 of an inch. I'm gonna come down to here. I'm gonna put one here. Then for my radius, I'm gonna go 1/16 of an inch. And I'm gonna find the center line of these radius here. I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna hit escape. I'm gonna put one more line in. I'm gonna go to create. I'm gonna type LI for line. I'm gonna go here to here. It's weird looking, but it's a hinge. Let's click on save. Let's call it hinge. Just go to options. Make sure you're only saving one backup. Click OK. Let's hit save. Now I want to click load into project. And we can put it anywhere we want, but that'd be silly. So just hit escape. Now let's go to ref level floor plan. The only thing we can see is our hinges. Let's change that. And our properties, instead of family casework, let's go floor plan ref level. I want to scroll down to where it says view range, and I'm going to click on edit. For the top, let's go unlimited. For the cut plane, let's go 20 feet. I don't know. Click apply. Click OK as long as we can see it. Now, let's go ahead and click on our section button. Yes, you can put sections in families as well. So I'm going to pick a point here to here. I'm going to pull this back in a little bit, and I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to double click on my section. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to zoom into here. Now I'm going to right click on that reference plane, and I'm going to create similar. On my draw panel, I'm going to click on my pick lines button. I'm going to offset down 4 inches. I'm going to click on align dimension. I'm going to go from my top to my bottom. I'm going to pick a point right here. I'm going to select my 4-inch dimension, and I'm going to simply lock it. We don't have to do that here, because remember we did that with our poles. Now let's go to create. Let's go to component. Let's put this in right here. Type AL for align. I'm gonna click this horizontal reference plane. My hinge, got it. I'm gonna click this reference plane. I'm gonna grab the face of my hinge. I've got it. Now I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna click copy. I'm gonna copy it down to here. Type AL for align. Let's align it again. Notice how I'm careful to do it to reference planes, not to other 3D extrusions. Okay, hit Control Tab to go back to your plan. We gotta flip the section and do it on the other side now. Open up your section. Let's go to Create, Component. This time we have to hit a spacebar twice to flip it around. I'm gonna put it right here. If AL for a line, lock it, line it to your face, lock it, select it, copy it. Let's go right to here. Type AL, line it horizontal. Now to line it vertical. Got it. All right, let's test it in a project. Let's go to Purple R New, Project, Architectural Template. Let's click OK. Let's draw a little tiny wall in. Hit Control Tab. Let's click Load into Project. Project 3, 1, 2, 3, whatever you have. Click OK. Let's put it on our wall. It's starting to look like a real cabinet. Let's cut a section. I'm going to open that section up. Zoom in. Here's our hinges. If yours looks like a blob like that, just go ahead and click on Thin Lines as our cabinet. These hinges are simply line work, boy, they look real to me. What I'd like to do here is turn a few things on or off. One thing I want to do is put 2 shelves in there and decide if we want to see them or not. And the second, I want to see if we can make this an open cabinet. Both will be using yes/no parameters. To get started, I'm going to jump into my wall cabinet visibility model. Next thing I'm going to do is under elevations, I'm going to go to my left elevation. I'm going to right click on this reference plane and I'm going to create similar. On my draw panel, I'm going to go ahead and click on my pick lines button. I'm going to offset 8 inches. I'm going to offset a reference plane down and a reference plane up. I'm going to hit escape. Now on my measure tab, I'm going to go ahead and click on align dimension. I'm going to go from here to here to here, all the way down to here. I'm going to pick a point over to here. Now I'm going to click on EQ. I'm going to equally constrain these guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this reference plane. I'm going to click to name it, and I'm going to call it top shelf. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to select this one here. Guess what I'm going to call this one? Bottom shelf. I'm going to hit enter. Now what I'd like to do is go to my ref level floor plan. Zoom in here. I'm going to create a couple of reference planes. I'm going to right click on this reference plane here and I'm going to create similar. On my draw panel, I'm going to click on pick lines. My offset's going to be 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to offset to the right. I'm going to offset to the left. Now I'm going to dimension them both. I'll put my dimensions down here so they're out of the way. Remember, from strong to weak, strong to weak. I'm going to select both of these dimensions. My label is going to be box thickness. I'm going to offset one up. I'm going to go right clicking on this one and I'm going to create similar. On my drop panel, I'm going to click on pick lines. My offset's going to be 1 inch. I'm going to offset this up an inch. I'm going to dimension it from my wall face to here. Pick a point. Now I'm just going to select it and lock it because I always want this to be 1 inch. All right, let's go create. Let's go to extrusion. But now let's go to set. Let's go reference plane, top shelf. Okay. On the draw panel, let's click on pick lines button. Let's select these reference planes. Let's make sure lock is turned on. We're going to go right around. Now we're going to type TR for trim. Extrusion end, let's set to -3/8 inch. Extrusion start is going to be 3/8 of an inch. That way it goes both sides of the reference plane. Material, click into the little material associate parameter. Let's go box material. Let's click OK. Let's click finish. Hit escape a couple times. Let's go to create. Let's go to extrusion. This time let's set our work plane. Instead of top shelf, it's going to be bottom shelf. Let's click OK. On our draw panel, let's click pick lines. Let's go right around and select all 4 of those reference planes. Hit escape and type TR for trim. Let's go right around. Let's trim all these right on out. Hit escape a couple of times. Let's go to material. Let's associate the parameter with box material. Let's click OK. The extrusions are good. I'm going to click on finish. edit mode. Sweet. Go to a 3D view. Let's just select the doors so we can see through them. Looks like we've got some shelves. I'm gonna hit escape a few times. Now let's configure some parameters. One more thing I want to do is put a valance down here. So let's go to our left elevation. I'm gonna zoom into here. I'm gonna right click on this reference plane and I'm gonna create similar. On my drop panel, I'm gonna use my pick lines button. I'm gonna offset 3 inches. Offset down. Now I'm gonna dimension this. I'll put my dimension back here to stay out of the way of everybody. Select my 3-inch dimension. I'm gonna add a label. I'm gonna call that valance size. Hit escape. Now I'm gonna create an extrusion. Let's go to create. Let's go to extrusion. On the drop panel, let's click on pick lines. I'm gonna go here, here, here. Now I'm going to go pick lines and I'm gonna offset 3/4 of an inch. I'm gonna trim these out. I'm gonna click on finish, edit mode, and we're gonna need to stretch this one out. So let's go to our placement side. I'm gonna zoom into here. Let's set our visual style to wireframe. Let's type AL for align. I'm gonna align this side here, and I'm gonna lock it. This side over here, I'm gonna select it, and I'm going to lock it. All right. Now let's go to our 3D view. Let's select it. Now on your visible, let's go ahead and click on this button right here. And we're going to show it if there's a valance. Click OK. Let's hit escape. Now what I'd like to do is I want to go to my left elevation. I'm going to select my shelves. For visible, I want to click on my little builder button here. And I want to add, I'll make this an instance parameter. For the name, I'm going to just say shelves. I'm going to click OK. Click OK again. Now those will show up only if I want shelves to show up. That's what's going to be a little trickier. I want to say if it's an open cabinet or not. So it's kind of reverse thinking. So let's go to our parameters, family types. Let's click add parameter. The name is going to be open. Let's make it an instance parameter. Let's group it under graphics. The type of parameter is going to be yes, no. Let's hit OK. I'm going to add another one. This one I'm going to say show doors. I'm going to make it an instance parameter. The type of parameter is going to be yes, no. And I'm going to group it under graphics. I'm going to click OK. Now I want this to be opposite. So show doors wants to respond to open. It wants to not be whatever this is. There's a variable for it. So click into the formula and type not, open parenthesis, open. Hit enter. So if we check open, that shows up. If we uncheck open, goes away. Click apply, click OK. Now I want to select our doors. I want to select our hardware. Visible, I want to click on this button here. This is going to be on show doors. Click OK. Don't forget those little hinges though. Let's go to our left level floor plan. Let's go to our section. Let's select our hinges. Visible. Let's associate that with show doors. Click OK. Hit Control Tab. Let's flip our section to the other side. Let's open it up. Let's select both of our hinges. For visible, let's click the parameter button. Show doors. Click OK. Okay, let's test it out. Let's go to the purple R, new project. Let's go to architectural template. Let's click OK. Try a little wall. Hit Control Tab. Let's load into project. I'm going to select the wall. Go to a 3D view. Looks like we've got an open cabinet. So I'm going to select it, uncheck open, click apply. Still on open. Select the cabinet. Maybe it's open, but maybe we don't want a valance. So click edit type, uncheck valance, click apply. Okay. And there we have it. So that's how you turn stuff on and how you turn stuff off. Here's the deal. There are literally hundreds of combinations of wall cabinets we can deal with. What I want to do is create a lookup table That way, when we load our cabinet into our project, we get a dialog allowing us to just choose one or two different types instead of the hundreds of different types we'll have. This is more common for structural, but you see it a lot now in architectural as well. So to do this, I'm going to go into my wall cabinet lookup, or you can go into the wall cabinet file you've been following along with. I'm going to jump right into my family types. I'm going to straighten out some of my dimensions first. For my width, I'm going to go 2 feet. My height, I go 2 feet. And my depth, I'm going to go 1 foot. Now I want to create a new type. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on New Type. Now, all caps, it's going to be W2D underscore 24 by 24 by 12. I'm going to go ahead and select this. I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy it to the clipboard. I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to click on New again. I'm going to hit Control V and I'm going to paste this. And this will be 30 by 30 by 12. I'm going to hit OK. My width will be 30 inches. Height will be 30 inches. My depth is still 12. Now I'm going to make another one. I'm going to click on New Type. I'm going to hit Control V. This one's going to be 36 inches by 36 inches by 12. Okay. Width will be 3 by 3. We'll make another new one. Hit Control V. 32D. I'm going to go 42 inches by 42 inches by 12. Okay. Of course, my width will be 42 inches. Height will be 42 inches. My depth remains at 1 foot. Let's do one more. Let's click on New Type. Hit Control V. This will be 4 feet. 48 by 48. I'm going to hit OK. Now my width will be 4 feet. Height will be 4 feet. Click Apply. And click OK. That's one big cabinet. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. If we go to the purple R dropdown, and we go to Export, and if we go to Family Types, what I want to do is I want to create a file. It's a text file. You have to make sure it's in the exact same folder that you're keeping your wall cabinet. So it's just wall cabinet lookup.txt. I'm going to click Save, and that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the purple R. I'm going to go to New Project. I'm going to click the drop down and go Architectural Template. Click OK. Now I'm going to click on the Wall button. I draw a little wall here. And Escape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Insert tab. I'm going to go to Load Family. I'm going to browse to where I'm keeping that family. Wall Cabinet Lookup. Click Open. Now we're confronted with this dialog. Here's our family. So if we want, we can just grab in that 36 by 36. Click OK. Now if we go to Architecture, Component, zoom in here. I'm going to select that. Go to a 3D view. And of course, we change our detail level to 5 so we can see our hinges. And we've got it. So if I select it, and I hit the drop down, that's the only type of wall cabinet that's in there. But when you do this, remember, you have to lug around that text file wherever that family is.